feeling like I am on a timer. So I wanted to have just a little honest chat with you guys in this vlog mostly because I'm curious, honestly. Yes, that morbid curiosity, which is a part of my brain, is like, am I the only one? And on some level, I'm like, hopefully I'm not. And on another level, I hope that I am alone so that you guys don't also experience this. However, let me quit beating around the bush. Something which I have been feeling, and I haven't exactly spoken about directly on the channel, though I have spoken at somewhat of a length about my anxiety. What I haven't talked about was this, and I'm speaking about it on this vlog because, as I've said many, many times before, this 365-day project, this year-long vlog project, is a chronicle of my life over this year. And so as such, I want to be sure that I'm chronicling not only what is beneficial to you guys, also what I'm going through, in the hopes, of course, that that does benefit someone. However, also as just an honest chronicle of my life. And so this issue I've been dealing with, attempting to understand and address, whatever, this feeling that I have more often, I've noticed, than I don't, as if I'm on a timer. And what's interesting about that to me is that I don't know why I have that. I guess you could say maybe it's something left over from school, as a result of the fact that the school system is set up in such and such a way that we go from this class to this class to this class. And then once you're done with school, you get up, you go to work. It's always kind of a busy schedule. And that's something I touched on in another video recently. And I just have become, interestingly, since I've made a real conscious, purposeful effort to slow down in my life with everything, literally with the stimulus of actually everything. It's funny because I realized at some point within the last 6 months or a year that my life had become unbelievably overstimulating. And sadly, that was a big part of the reason that I believe anyways, that I started to develop this severe level of anxiety to the crippling extent, whereas most of my life I've had some level of generalized anxiety, and it was never enough to stop me in my tracks until, like I said, the last year and a half. So I'm working on understanding what is going on there. And in that journey, I learned that oh my gosh, it's because I'm just wildly overstimulated. There's constantly sounds, or I'm just constantly feeling like I need to be going all the time, and I'm not stopping to say take a day of rest even once a week, or take any time to rest or recuperate ever, which is crazy. And if I can encourage you to do something, it's please allow yourself some time, if not weekly, though it should be weekly, at least once a month, to take a full day of rest to rejuvenate yourself. Because as cliche of a topic as it really is these days, I know self-care is a number one. It really, really is. I've spoken about this in so many different ways and so many different videos. It's not just mental health, it's also physical health. It's the whole shebangy. Anyway, so this thing I've been dealing with is this feeling like I'm on a timer all the time. I've become aware of this strange feeling. I've sort of spoken about this similarly in other videos, this feeling of pressure that I have on me, of always needing to meet these expectations. Whose? I don't know. My own? Of what? You might ask, what's my criteria? I don't know. So maybe it's some sort of weird lingering perfectionism. I don't know. At any rate, I imagine it's related to some kind of performance, and me perhaps feeling as though I need to perform in the world. I'm just speculating at this juncture, and perhaps this is something which will evolve and I'll understand more over time. I hope so, because I really do want to understand it so that I can work through it and get past it, because it's something which I don't want to use the words holding me back, because honestly, it doesn't hold me back. It's just something that I've become aware of. I feel the pressure, and I just think to myself, well, why am I feeling this? For example, I don't know, this isn't a particularly powerful example. When I do something for myself, or I purposefully take a break, this is still sadly something that I deal with. When I'm taking a break, when I'm doing the thing, even if I've allotted this time to relax, when I actually attempt to relax, my body just feels this overwhelming sense of I need to be doing something. No, this is not okay. I can't just sit here. And I'm here to tell you that it really, what I would imagine, if your body is giving you those signals like mine, then I would say that we're togetherly overstimulated, and we should really prioritize calming our nervous systems down. And I think by now maybe I have a few videos on the subject. If you guys let me know below, comment below if you guys want me to make a video on like a few techniques to help manage your anxiety if you're having issues with that, or so on and so forth. And I'd be happy to make that. I do have a few like techniques that I use. Some of them help me some of the time, some of them don't so much help me. I still use them anyways, because usually when I'm having anxiety, I'm like, why not just throw the whole kitchen sink, everything in the kitchen sink at it? Yeah, I'm sort of like the whole nuke the whole site from orbit kind of girl. I take it all out. I don't leave nothing behind. It all goes. It's all got to go. So I wanted to just speak about this in this video, and I know it might be a little bit odd, maybe a little bit even self-centric. However, I'm doing this and documenting this to bring awareness, and hopefully this will shed light in the future upon why this was a thing at this point in time. Somehow or other this will make sense to me, I'm sure, down the road. As they say, hindsight is 20/20, and since I'm in the present, it kind of makes some level of sense that I don't fully understand it right now. At any rate, I wanted to just vocalize that if by chance you are like this, or you feel these things, that you're not alone. You really are not. And that for a very, 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 very long time, even honestly still to some extent now, I struggled to relax. And the thing about that is we really need to let ourselves relax, because our nervous systems do just fry out. Like, you hear these stories about people burning out, and honestly, if you guys are paying attention, then you see that happening more and more and more. People just have like succumbed to this feeling of constant pressure that they need to be go, 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 until they literally run their bodies into the ground. Like, your body, I should really make a video about this. Note to myself, make the video about the energetic battery. I've spoken about this before in other videos about how we each have like a unique individual energy capacity battery for ourselves each and every day, and we get X much to work with. And if we expend that capacity before the end of the day, then guess what? You're going to be exhausted doing whatever it is you're trying to do. So my point, I guess, to wrap this all up in some way that makes some kind of sense, hopefully to y'all, is that my point with pointing out that I feel pressured is, if you also feel pressured all the time, and you find that even in the days where you've allowed yourself to relax, or you're supposed to be allowing yourself to relax, that you're not able to, it probably means that your nervous system is also like hyperactive and needs some time for you to take some deep rest, some rest and rejuvenation time. A vacation, if you could, would be amazing. If you can't take a vacation, take a day to yourself. If you can't take a day, take a solid couple of hours or something to yourself, and just prioritize your own wellness, whether that's things you do for your mental health, or physically going for a walk or something for your physical health. Do anything that calms your nervous system down, because one thing that we are as a society these days is an unbelievably overstimulated, hyper-vigilant society. I wanted to bring awareness to it that I'm not anything special. I'm nobody special in terms of the things that I go through, are the same as some of you may go through, and this is one of them. So just wanted to document that. Hopefully this has served someone somehow today out there, or they needed to hear that they are not alone in experiencing, and good Lord, you're definitely not alone in experiencing this. If you are, I am now, right, as well. That was a very interesting sentence, words. If this video has been of any help to you, please do pass it on and share it with anyone that you think it could benefit. Subscribe, as it really helps out a small content creator like myself. And last but not least, if you, my beautiful soul, need any support or coaching, you can feel free to reach out to me here at this email address, and it would be my absolute honor and pleasure to serve you. So have a beautiful and blessed rest of your day, and I will see you, beautiful cats, in the next video. Namaste and much love. Stay healthy. Bye. I think I have anyway. Please, or you're supposed to be allowing yourself to relax. Why not just throw the whole kitchen sink, everything in the kitchen sink at it? Whole nuke the whole site from orbit kind of girl. Buttercup.